Hello guys, welcome in today's crypto technical analysis. I do apologize, couldn't make an update. Been extremely busy in the last few days, and we're going to cover a BTC price action in today's episode as usual. However, before we start, if you guys are learning and enjoying from the content, do not forget to like the video, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe and activate the bell so you do not miss the accurate market updates. We're going to take a look into a daily time frame. It's not the right time to talk about the weekly time frame. However, we've got beautiful candle in the last 48 hours. In the coming days, as long as we're going to stay, the resistance number 2 daily time frame will give us in the coming few days the fully bullish signal. However, we are in a bullish territory, but as I said, it's not fully confirmed yet. On the higher time frame, if we're going to take a look into this time factor, that as you see on the 7th of September that I mentioned, we had exactly 0.66 from $53,000 nearly. We had a Fibonacci level, and at the same time I provided a time factor, and we got a rejection dollar to dollar, cent to cent from higher time frame Fibonacci. At the same time, we predicted the date and the time factor that this volatility will come into the market. The next one was around 20th and 22nd of September. Again, we had a lower time frame Fibonacci. As you remember, we've been following this Fibonacci levels in the last couple of weeks, and we got again week to week dollar to dollar rejection right from 0.666, the golden zone, and we saw another massive dump in the market. The next question is going to be, when is going to be the next volatility day? Between the 2nd and then the 4th of October, and as you can see, we came right back to the 0.66, the golden zone. We're going to cover the multiple time frame analysis, and we will see how our support levels held right inside from the support number 1. This is a pinned message that I was saying keep an eye on. The message has been provided 4 days before the volatility. Keep an eye on 7th and 9th of September, expecting some decent volatility right from the 0.618 and 0.668. That was around $52,500, $53,000. And as you can see, we saw a massive decline in the market. The next one was 18th of September that I made an update, and I was saying 21st and 23rd of September, that's going to be another volatility day. You've been warned 48 to 72 hours. We had another warning, and we don't need to blame Evergrande for this dump, because the time factor as well as high time frame support and resistance lines control the market. You can follow me for instant and market updates via Twitter, the Magnate. Moving on to 4-hour time frame. Under 4-hour time frame, as soon as we lost the 618, the golden zone at around $51,000 and $50,000, we had a sell signal, and then we tested 0.66, the golden zone, on the mid time frame. However, this Fibonacci was on the higher time frame, but the current one is under a mid time frame. And as I mentioned, this will be a deviation on the 4-hour time frame. We will highly likely we see another dump in the market. If one shorted at around $51,000 based on the time factor, as well as once we lost on the mid time frame and lower time frames 0.618, the golden zone, we were targeting this support number 1, and we dumped nearly 20% spot profit. If you're a leverage trader, 10 times 200 and 5 decent leverage would have provided 100% profit. Once we came inside the support number 1, in the last few episodes that I was saying, as you can see, 3 times retested, another 4 times tested the upper line of this support number 1, and as you can see, week to week rejection, dollar to dollar rejection from the upper line of this support number 1. In the last video, I was clearly saying that I don't want to see that we're going to lose this support number 1. I was giving a less chance to go all the way up to the upper line of this support. I was expecting to hold this level, because if we broke this support, I was expecting a trend change towards the downside. However, that was less likely scenario, and right from the upper line of this support number 1, we started going towards the upside. Our first target was resistance number 1 as well as the resistance number 2, and then the last one was the resistance number 3. So as you can see, since yesterday's update via Twitter, I was expecting a rejection. At the moment, we might see a rejection as expected from 0.618 as well as the 0.66, the golden zones. However, the question is, how far we're going to dump? Is there any confluence with the other tools? So I'm expecting, if we're going to see a further dump, in the first place, the lower line of this resistance number 3 is going to be around 46.5. However, highly likely, I'm expecting the price action to come all the way up to 45,500 levels. As long as we can hold the 0.382, which is a mirror image, 618, and then we see in the price action further consolidation, and then we will start moving towards the upside. At the same time, we've got a confluence, lower line of this resistance number 3, which is acting all these resistance as a support. 0.25 is confluence with the lower line of this resistance number 3, which is acting as a support, and that confluence with a fib speed. 382 is another confluence with the upper line of this resistance number 2 and 382, the Fibonacci level. So expecting that the price action may come all the way up to 45,500 levels, and then we will start moving towards the upside, as long as I'm expecting to hold this level. Again, after this consolidation, if one took this signal, first target, second target, as well as the third one met with a 15% spot profit, less than 48 to 72 hours, we had a spot profit of 15%. If you're doing a leverage, again, you did the maths with a 10 times and 5 times leverage. For an educational purposes, I had a question about this falling wedge. However, the originally falling wedge has been taken from the $53,000. That's a mistake, because falling wedge, once you've got a sharp decline in the market, and then you will take from the next high. Where the name suggests that you have to expect a decline from the market. So as we can see, we had a fake out 1, 2, as well as the third one. If you took it short from the falling wedge all the way up to this level, you're being stopped out or got liquidated with a high leverage. However, the nature of the falling wedge, high probability that we go break the resistance and we'll go towards the upside. But in this scenario, we broke number of times with the fake outs the support level. In this channel, as you know, how we play with the support and resistance lines, as well as the Fibonacci levels. If you want to master the technical analysis, I would say master your support and resistance lines, because the concept of the technical analysis is buying at the horizontal support normally and then selling at the one of these resistance. And in this channel that you've seen how many times that support and resistance lines are respecting dollar to dollar, wick to wick, respecting either our horizontal support and resistance lines or one of these Fibonacci levels. If you want to learn all this technical analysis, what I'm showing, and if you want to become an independent professional trader, or you're interested in the institutional trading system, you can message me via Telegram at Magnate8. And one-on-one intense masterclasses available, where I'm going to teach you how to become a profitable trader in the market. It only takes you 5 to 10 hours to master this all. And during the course, you will learn day trading, i.e. scalping, swing, and as well as the long-term as an investor trading systems. Moving on to 2-hour time frame. On the 2-hour time frame, as expected, as soon as we broke the lower line of this resistance number 2-hour time frame moved towards the bullish zone. On the 2-hour time frame, 46,000 as well as the 382, the fib levels are extremely important support levels. As long as we're going to be above, which is a high chance of 44,800, 45,500 ideally, and then the continuation towards the upside will take place. And I'm not going to cover the bearish scenario on the 4-hour as well as the 2-hour time frame. Moving on to 1-hour time frame. On the lower time frame, in the recent tweets that I mentioned that the sellers are exhausted in here, highly likely we will see the price action towards the upside. At the same time, after we got a rejection, market structure may change on the lower time frame, and we may see a further correction in the market on the lower time frame, because in this case the buyers are exhausted. As long as we're going to be below the 666, the fib levels, we will see minor correction in the market. However, we might see a deviation. This may happen as well. As long as we're going to be below the 0.66, the golden zones, as I said, the market will see a minor correction at around 46,000 and 45,500 levels. Extremely important level is going to be 0.382, the mirror image of this 618. As long as we're going to be above on the 1-hour, 2-hour, as well as the 4-hour time frames, above $44,685, 1-hour, 2-hour, as well as the 4-hour time frames will be under the bull's control. However, as I said, we might see a further correction, minor correction in the market, then we are ready to go towards the upside. We did cover the bullish scenarios. However, I'm not expecting the bearish scenario on the 1-hour, 2-hour, as well as the 4-hour time frames. Play level to level, and we came to an end of this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.